Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Thursday Thanksgiving edition of Rasaji Speaks. You're looking behind me, a picture of very possibly what could have been what the first Thanksgiving looked like, the autumn of 1621, with about 52 English people that were there and a lot of the uh, Native American Indians that were there. A lot of people ask, was it really in Massachusetts like it was recorded, or does evidence more show that today it was Virginia? And the evidence today, first Thanksgiving, years of elementary school history lessons taught us Plymouth, Massachusetts was that the first site. And a lot of people say there's a toss up between one and the other. What state first adopted the was actually New York as the concept of national holiday was actually adapted in New York, right? And I'm thankful that we are here today. Thanksgiving has always been a really kind of special place to Lama G because the moment I started giving thanks to the Heavenly Father on a daily basis, everything in my world changed. Giving thanks and using Master Rabbi's Jesus, ask, seek, and knock changed everything. Starting prayers with thanksgiving brings us into the presence of the divine. Also, whether you know this or not, the Tai Chi Gong and even the city yoga tradition was to serve everyone first. And if there was not enough food, the host would always go without. That is a tradition. That's one of the reasons hosting today here has always been a primal thing with Lamachi about that. The ancient Hindus and the way of the system was that you saw your guest is a manifestation of the divine. If God walked through the door, how would you treat them? If God was a woman, God was a man, how would you treat your guest? Well, in a sense, they really are because all of us have that divine spark in us. And I think that when we're in a Thanksgiving, we always do a huge prayer around the table before we eat, as most people do, and we give thanks that day. But imagine if every day was Thanksgiving. It's not that we have to have this huge feast all the time. Some of us eat way too much on Thanksgiving, but it is a celebration of brother and sisterhood. And it's one of the great things about our culture, really. It's one of the things that's made America incredibly great. I think this is a special Thanksgiving today, understanding what happened just a few weeks ago on Tuesday, November the 5th and the 6th. America spoke up, and America said, we want to return back to our roots. We want to turn back to being a spiritual patriot again. And, this is really where it all started. And it's really powerful. I mean, when you look at what happened at Plymouth, And then you look at what happened in St. Augustine a little before this with the Spanish Catholics showing up. No matter how you look at it, it's two incredibly special moments. It really is. I mean, in St. Augustine, there's a huge crucifix that the boats that are coming into the harbor of St. Augustine, they could see from miles away, that marks the spot of where they settled. And that's really profound. And then just 100 or 200 yards from that cross was the first chapel, the first church. This is the first breaking of bread together. It's a very powerful moment when you think about what this stands for and who we are, right? So, the very beginning, this multicultural, multi-race kind of thing started, right? It's funny how the dark side and the deep state tries to get us to turn against each other. And there were some trying times, obviously, after this, but it's really kind of neat that within their hearts and their souls and their minds was this capacity to share the fruits of their labors together. I mean, the Indians were teaching the Englishmen how to garden, how to grow things, how to grow corn. It's really powerful, you know. It's significantly gives back to what we're trying to do, you know, with what we're teaching in the wellness centers, the ranches, the farms, getting people back to that Eden state of consciousness. See, this is that spirit here. And that spirit is rooted in thanksgiving. So as we move forward on this special eclectic Thanksgiving Day, let us remember of all that we are thankful for. Most important, that we have our circle of chief family and that we have something, and we've created something special here that takes the root of this spirit and is with us constantly. On every webinar, it's there. Whether it's live training, like, you know, like we'll do tomorrow. People will call it Black Friday. We'll call it Good Friday because we'll get together. And, you know, we just got back from Nashville, and that was incredible. And then in, you know, January, around the corner, before you know it, we'll be with Dr. Jeannie in Cocoa Beach doing Tai Chi Gong right on the ocean. You want to get going with that, that's for sure. But also the way it was set up as years unfolded, the saga is that after Thanksgiving, you know, the English tradition was to, you know, start to think about Christmas and decorations and everything within the next week. That's why you start to see Christmas trees everywhere. It's a tradition to a lot of people on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this first weekend to go out and get that Christmas tree. Then in the Spanish Catholic faith, and especially in the Philippines, it happens early. It's right after Halloween. I mean, Mita's had our decorations now up for 3 weeks because we are just reminded how special it is that the Christ child's going to be born. And there's that real pivot through Thanksgiving into Advent. And of course, we've got our special event coming up, as you know, just in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll have 12/12/24, and we'll have our special webinar that we only do twice a year during the patriotic time of July the 4th and always during Advent in order praise Master Rabbi Jesus and everything that he came to teach us, what he stood for, what he sacrificed for, and how he represents just an incredible servant spirit. Right behind me, you see that servant spirit going on there. This beautiful white woman offering bread to this beautiful Native American Indian. That just does Lamaji's heart. And around our table today, it will be the same with about 20 of us here today. And that just really puts a smile on Mita's face and our hearts. And our family's growing. And this is what it's all about. This is what makes spiritual character. And it really, really tickles the Lama's heart. I hope you and your family, you have a special, special Thanksgiving as we turn the page and get ready for a beautiful Advent season and having the Christ child born within each of us and maturing that Christ child and be the living Christ to our New Jerusalem. That means your tribe. That's what that means. Take your light from behind a bush, O ye New Jerusalem. Shine it to your tribe. Be the light of your tribe. That's what is important here. Our tribe at the Circle of Chi is a very proud tribe, and we love on each other all the time. And we want you to start to love on each other too. If you're hearing Lamaji for the first time, then Spirit has moved you to show up here for this message today. And we hope we see you 12/12/24 in just 2 weeks. Baraka Bashai, may the blessings be to you and to your glorious family. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow on live training. It's not too late to go ahead and sign up. Let me know if you're new to live training tomorrow. Hit us up in the comment section. Love to hear from you. God bless us all.